Now, it's about AlphaTauri. And my word, Kunal, is this the most lopsided team technically we've got in terms of the teammate statistics? Can we just call them Pierre Gasly Racing by this stage right now? You said early on in the year that there's not a lot of changes going on. Maybe a good idea to hold on or only buy if you're a Japanese Formula One fan. And it's a bit of a weird one. Buy for Gasly, sell for Tsunoda. Can you do something like that ever? Like buy half a stock and
You
run?
know, well, maybe Japanese fans will just buy anyway. So
Yeah.
everyone listening in from Japan, yes, keep buying. He's got one more season, and I loved how I know David Coulthard was really angry with how Yuki Tsunoda said it. He said, "I've had so many crashes that's cost the team the money. I thought I wouldn't get a renewal, and I thought maybe that's just a really young driver, especially English not being his first language and." It's okay for a lot of people. English is not the first language, and we totally, have to appreciate that. He
Yeah.
just made a statement offhandish, maybe as a fun, which suddenly saw a very different reaction from Mr. David Coulthard, right? But yes, Alpha Tauri, I would say buy, again, that would be my first stock in the second rung of stocks to
Hmm.
buy. The first team, I would say, it would be even before Ferrari, because they have shown promise, and they have shown a lot more promise, especially with Pierre Gasly, like you said. So I would say yes, if you're putting in the money, you're putting in the money because of Pierre Gasly, and at least he's extended with the team for next season, Soumil.
It's like a company again that's having an amazing technical department. The supply chain is working beautifully. The product is very good. But the salesman, only one of them is actually able to deliver the goods. And of course, a lot of the stock will be influenced by Yuki Tsunoda. Before we move on to the other teams, Kunal, your thoughts on whether this situation actually gets better? Of course, they've tied him in, and that's a sign of confidence, and that's what he should do with youngsters. But it's taking a while. Let's put it that way.
It is taking a while with Yuki, and surprisingly, uh, it's taking much longer to even get him up to a stronger baseline, right? And to me, I think Red Bull will persist because they've realized that not everyone making the steps up to the higher formula. And I was speaking to Dr. Helmut Marko just a couple of days ago, and he actually said something similar. He said when drivers go from go karts to Formula 4 and then Formula 4 to Formula 3, it's the Formula 4 to Formula 3 step that's extremely big and a tough one to make. So drivers are now needing 2 seasons in Formula 3, courtesy of this example being Dennis Hauger, the Norwegian, Formula 3 driver who's got one hand on the Formula 3 title, for this season, right? So maybe there is a similar realization that they've got that Formula 2 to Formula 1 as well. It's taking drivers longer to get used to Formula 1, and maybe that's the reason why they put Yuki Tsunoda in as well. And then of course the fact that none of the other junior drivers are sort of ready yet to make the jump.
Hmm.
So let's see how F2 season ends and how Yuri Vips, Jehan, Liam Lawson, all of them, and end up at the end of the season, if they have the super license points or not. Because then if, Yuki continues this way, and I know we're not talking 2022, but if Yuki continues this way, the typical Red Bull demotion promotion might just come handy, to Dr. Marco at that point.